NATO Istanbul Cooperation Initiative Regional Kuwait Center hosted a climate change event that brought together ambassadors, representatives of NATO allies, and climate experts to discuss the impact of climate change on security.
NATO has been actively engaging experts, civil societies, youth, and private sector to tackle the issue of climate change as part of its 2030 climate change and security agenda. Here's more.
NATO ICI Regional Center in Kuwait kicked off the new year with its first event, co-organized by the Emerging Security Challenges Division at NATO HQ, on climate change and its effect on regional and global security.
I'm happy to participate in this workshop, and I think it's important for the center to raise awareness and to engage in more activity about the climate change. Climate change is an issue affecting the whole world, and the GCC country is not an isolated from the climate change effect. There is a huge steps has been taken in the GCC countries to reduce emission and to energy transform to more sustainable energy transform.
Climate change is a threat that affects NATO's security, operations, and missions, both in the Euro-Atlantic area and in the alliance's border neighborhood. It also shapes the geopolitical environment, leading to instability and geostrategic competition.
Here we're hosting subject matter experts from Kuwait, from the region, from NATO and NATO partners, and this is the first time for us to have such an event. This event aims to build a network of interested people or stakeholders that are interested in climate change. Climate change is an important topic that threatens national security in the world, and we are part of this world, so it threatens our national security. Climate change has impacted our heat temperatures, heavy rains, and dust.
In 2021, NATO leaders agreed on a climate change and security action plan with the aim of making NATO the leading international organization when it comes to understanding and adapting to the impact of climate change.
It's a pleasure for us to have experts from the region and also from NATO allied countries that will discuss during two panels the impacts of climate change and security. Of course, we cannot tackle the challenges on our own. We need to do that in cooperation with our partners. NATO has a partnership with the Istanbul Cooperation Initiative, so with Kuwait, Bahrain, the UAE, and Qatar. We are very grateful to the state of Kuwait for hosting the center, and it's very important for allies to learn from NATO partners and to understand their perspectives on climate change and security.
As part of enhancing its outreach, NATO will strengthen exchanges with partner countries, as well as with international and regional organizations that are active on climate change and security issues, including the EU, the UN, and others, to support its work in contributing to the global response to climate change.
This is Shogun Mullah reporting for KTV2 News.